Good afternoon, everyone, or good morning, or good evening, depending on where you are watching. Welcome to today's IELTS speaking class, where I will go through some tips relating to the IELTS exam and also provide some speaking practice for those who are looking at taking their exam soon and getting over the line. So to start us off today, I've got Jennifer with us. So let me bring Jennifer into the class. Hi there. How you doing?
Hello. Hi. Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear. How are you doing
Loud
this?
and clear.
What time is it where you are at the moment? Is it early morning?
Let's see that. Yeah, it's 11:30 in the morning.
Okay.
11:30.
So
11:30 a.m. The silly thing off. I thought I had it. Oh, these pesky little things. All right. So, hey, thank you, Alexander, for having me. I
more than a pleasure.
appreciate it, and I'm so glad to see that you've entered our Telegram. The old WhatsApp group. I'm glad to see you. So that's great, and that's a big announcement that our WhatsApp group expanded, which is really good because we've had more people join and enroll in Swoosh English because you guys are doing so great. So the WhatsApp group, it just got a little small, so we had to move over to Telegram. So once you are with Kinetics and you've been placed, then you can enroll in the review in our review with, I'm trying to spit it all out, I'm sorry, with Swoosh English. So that's kind of exciting. Exciting stuff. So I'm not going to take up a lot of your time really quick. I'm just here. I'm going to go over a couple things really quick. We have $1,000 referral. I'm just going to touch on that. The details on that are online. So if you just go to the Kinetics USA website, you're going to find more details about that. What I do know is you do need to qualify, you do need to have your NCLEX. So you need to have already passed your NCLEX, and then you are qualified for the referral. So if you have a friend or a family member or whatever the case may be, $1,000. And once you win that, if you win that, then you bring that over here to the US and you go shopping. Go to an outlet mall. They're everywhere.
That's plenty of options as well, I'm sure.
Plenty of options. Yeah, plenty of options. You can't shop too much here in the US. We're big on spending money and shopping and buying stuff we don't need. So bring that $1,000 here and get to it. And like I said, you'll have more of those details in the website. So please go to the website. And let's see, I want to make sure that everybody here watched the last Onwards and Upwards show. That was all about the IELTS exam. All the details, that was last Friday. The date, I'm sorry, I don't have it right in front of me, but whatever last Friday was, I can try to post that. I will try to post that. Make sure you watch that show. It was about it was about an hour. It was about an hour. So if you don't want to watch the entire segment, that is perfectly okay. But a lot of really great information. Alex was on there. The other Alex from Swoosh English. We had him on there. Scott was on there. Tanya was on there. So I was there. I didn't say a whole lot, so that was my time to be quiet. So that was kind of nice. So a lot of really good information in there if you'd like to go over that. And I would try to post that in my, anyway. And then let's see. I just want you to know that when you join Kinetics, you will enroll with us with Swoosh English, and we're here to get you to pass your IELTS exam the very first time. So we've got a lot of passers recently. And we always bring up Bert. Bert is always a really big deal. We have plenty of others, but Bert's always brought up because he's the first person that we think of. He self-studied, he practiced, he failed his IELTS exam 7 times. That's 7 times he had to pay for his IELTS exam himself. 7 times. That gets very, very expensive. Then he heard about us, Kinetics USA and Swoosh English. And with all the great, with all of your guys' teamwork that you do, he passed. He finally passed on his 8th time. So that is a very, very big deal. So we're all here making the world go round and making it happen. And you are doing the speaking part of it. And I know he tuned in all the time for the speaking. And so that's what makes it work. So
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. You gotta turn up. Got to turn up in order to improve.
you do. And you have to put the work in. You got to put the work in and you have to
Yeah.
show up and, just get dedicated and perseverance. He kept trying and he kept trying and he wasn't going to give up, and no was not an option. And I like that, no was not an option. Failure was not an option. And he kept plugging along. So there's a lot of nurses that are dealing with the same situation, whatever the obstacles may be. So you will pass. You'll be one of the next ones to pass. Is that right, Alexander? That's why you're here. You're here to get everyone
That's
to
it.
pass the first time.
That's the idea. That's the goal.
That's the goal. Well, thank you so much for having me, and I really appreciate that. I would like to post the show from last week, but my computer is it just gets a little slow sometimes. So my apologies. I'll put that in the comment section. Okay.
Okay. Perfect.
All right. Before I leave. So everyone, you just feel free to watch that. And if you have any questions for me, you can find me on WhatsApp, Telegram, email me, whatever you need, something like that.
So all the group is transferred over to Telegram then. There's no
It is.
the group on WhatsApp's going to close. Is that right?
It is the main. The other groups through Kinetics, they'll stay going, but WhatsApp only has 260. It only lets you have 260 in a group, and we had a waiting list trying to get in. So now we can have by the thousands in Telegram.
Brilliant.
So come one, come all.
Wonderful.
Yeah, it is great, and it's I'm having fun with the emojis. So be patient with me. I'm enjoying the emojis. They're fun. So you got to lighten the mood every once in a while. Is that right?
Yeah. You can go too far with emojis though.
You can?
Yeah, I think so.
We'll see.
We'll see how it goes. Yeah.
We'll see how it goes. Oh, I like your sense of humor, my friend. All right. Well, it's been a fun chat. It's always fun chatting with you, Alex, and I will chat with you soon. Okay?
Yeah. Okay. Well, thanks for joining us, Jennifer. And
thank you so much.
Again soon.
I really appreciate it.
Nice one.
All right. Bye.
Bye-bye. Okay. So we are going to have a look at some tips relating to the IELTS as usual. Just a big hello to those who have joined us already in the class. I can see we've got a number of students that are already with us, including Dan, Jesse, Mike, MJ, Jennifer, Jenna, Alice, Flora, Joan, and Mac are all with us in the class today. So that's great to see. I can also see that watching us live on Facebook, we have Michelle. So hello to you, Michelle. Those who are also watching live on Facebook or YouTube, let me know your names. Let me know where you're watching from. It'll be great to see who is involved in the class. So as we are getting fired up today, let me just make all those watching aware of the opportunities to get directly involved in what we're doing here at Swoosh and Kinetics via the IELTS Scholarship Program. So you can see at the moment, there is the banner scrolling at the bottom of my screen. Well, if you want to find out more about the scholarship program, you're a nurse who is looking to live and work in the USA, and you want to know how you can get more support at Swoosh English and Kinetics USA, then click on the link, which you can see scrolling at the bottom of the screen, and you could find out more information about the scholarship program and get involved in receiving direct support and guidance towards passing your IELTS exam. And one of the things that you can do is get directly involved in the live classes, such as we're doing today. So you can get feedback on your speaking and find out where you are in relation to passing the IELTS exam. So do take advantage of that opportunity if you're watching us today live on Facebook or YouTube, and you'll be able to move one step closer to your goals. So what I want to have a look at today, just in terms of tips, speaking tips, is grammar. So it's important in the speaking exam to show accuracy and variety in your grammar. One way we can do this is by using a variety of tenses. So if we have a look at the example in this sample of speaking below, I want you to tell me which tenses does the speaker use. So here we are. If we have a look at this sample here, it says, I'd like to describe a trip I took with my girlfriend. We went to Machu Picchu. I'd never been there before, so I was very excited. As we were traveling in the van, I was thinking about how amazing the experience was going to be. So you can see there's a short extract. This would be the sort of response we would give to part 2 when we're talking about an experience that we've had. So what can you see here? What different tenses have been used in this response? So Dan has identified the past. Yep, definitely we're using the past tense. Which different forms of the past tense are we using? So past perfect. What else? Any other tenses that are being used? Let me know. What can you identify from this speaking sample? There's a few in there. Variety is the spice of life, as they say, and so we want to show that in our speaking. Okay, so Mike has identified the past continuous, as has Dan. Joan has also identified that the present tense has been used, apparently, and the future. Is the future in there? I can't see any reference to the future there, Jesse. But there certainly are a few different varieties of the past being used here. Alicia's joining us on Facebook. Needs to get up from a 6 to a 7. Well, Alicia, you can do that. You can do that. Obviously, we need to work out where the areas are that you need to improve in, and then we can provide you with that guidance. So join us on our scholarship program, and we can start that journey from a 6 to a 7. Ian has identified the past perfect as well. Mike, the past simple. Okay, yeah, so a variety of past tenses are used here, and let's have a look at them. So here we are. So first of all, would plus infinitive is used. I would like. Okay, so basically you are stating an intention in a polite way, and so would plus like is a way to state an intention in a polite manner. Took is your past simple. Went, again, is past simple. I'd never been is the past perfect, which many of you noticed. Was past simple again. Were traveling is past continuous. Was thinking is also past continuous, and was going to be is be going to, used in the past form. So I think maybe the people that thought there was the future being used, this isn't the future. Is going to would be the future, but was going to is actually a prediction made in the past. So we can use the past form of going to in order to make a prediction in the past. Okay, so just a quick review then of past tenses. These are the 3 main tenses we use in the past. We can see these on the screen: simple, continuous, and perfect. But I want you to tell me, when should we use these different past forms? So we've got A, B, C descriptions here. A is for longer actions which provide the background to the story. B for completed actions which provide the main events to a story. And C for events which happened before other events in the past. So I'd like you to match the description A, B, C to the appropriate tense. Any ideas? Let me know what you think in the chat box. So for the past simple, what do we think? A, B, or C? Past continuous, past perfect. Okay. So Dan is saying BCA. So past simple for completed actions, providing the main events. Past continuous for events that happened before other events in the past. And past perfect for longer actions, which provide the background to the story. Do we agree with that? BCA? Yeah, Ian also has the same, BCA. Any other comments on this? Are we all feeling some BCA? Does anyone have an alternative suggestion? Okay. Okay, well, let's see then. So we've got BCA is the one that's been suggested. The answer actually is a little bit different. So we're right for past simple, that's B, completed actions which provide the main events to a story. But the past continuous is actually A. If we go back, we can see A, longer actions which provide the background to the story. So it should be BAC. C for the past perfect, events which happened before other events in the past. So that's when we would use the continuous in the past perfect. Continuous for longer actions, provide the background. Past perfect for events which happened before another event in the past. This happened in the past. The past perfect refers to the event which happened before this event in the past. So let's have a look at another answer to a question. This could be another part 2 response. Remember, part 2 is the extended response. So, yep, Mike, BAC it was. So here we are. So what we need to do is to complete this using the appropriate tense. So do just take a moment to read it. If you think you know the answers, share them in the chat box, and then we will go through it and have a look together. So the first one, a memorable time from my childhood, is when what tense should we use here? All of them should be using the past. This is a story from the past. You can see it's from my childhood. I am no longer a child. So all of these tenses should be in the past. What do we think? Okay, so went for number 1. That looks good. What about number 2? This was the first time I... Any ideas for number 2? So I've got a variety of responses here. We've got traveled, says MJ, had traveled, says Dan. So past simple or past perfect. Okay, I can see, is that Nelson? You've only got the consonants there in your name. Has gone for went for number 1. Ian's gone for traveled. Nelson's gone for traveled as well. Okay, so traveled seems to be the most popular one for number 2. What about number 3? While we... Okay, so MJ's gone for drove. A lot of selection of the past simple. Alice has gone for drove. Jenna has gone for drove. And what about number 4 then? There's the final one. I feel we were going to have a good time. Any suggestions there? Oh, we've got some changes here. We've gone from drove to were driving. Were driving has taken over now. And felt seems to be the popular suggestion for number 4. Okay, so let's have a look then at the answers together. And yeah, we did pretty well. So went, yeah, past simple, main event. Had traveled, this is an event that happened before another event in the past. Yeah, it's the first time I had traveled with my cousins and grandparents. Therefore, it must have happened before I went to the beach with my extended family. So yeah, had traveled because it happened before an event in the past. Were driving, longer action, but it's a background event as well, because the main event is the feeling. I was excited and I felt we were going to have a good time. It's the main event, main focus, So we should use the past simple. So well done. Final question before we do some speaking practice. What other past form have I used here? I've used something else as well which refers to the past, which isn't the past simple, the past continuous, or the past perfect. So Alice, wondering if we can use drove or were driving. Were driving is preferable because you're showing it's a background action. It's not the main focus of the story. So you tend to use the past continuous when you're providing a background action, and it tends to be for longer actions as well. So obviously driving to the destination is the longer action, and the feelings are what we're focusing on as the main actions. So has anyone noticed the other past form which has been used? Let me reveal it. So the other form which is used is used to. We can see, yeah, we used to go to the coast most summers. So used to is another really useful phrase we can use to refer to the past, and it refers to actions which we did repeatedly in the past, but which we no longer do in the present. So that's another useful phrase we can use for the past. So variety is the key. The past simple is the most common past form. However, we shouldn't be using the past simple all of the time. We should use a variety of tenses. And that's true as well, of course, for all of the tenses. If we're talking about the present or the future or the past, variety is key. And so in future lessons, we'll have a look at some variety with the other tenses as well. So let's move on to do some speaking now. And we're going to start with speaking part 2. And make sure you use a variety of tenses where possible. So for those who are less familiar, speaking part 2 will last between 3 to 4 minutes. It will begin with the presentation of a question. You'll have a minute to prepare, and then you should speak for between 1 to 2 minutes. So if you are live in the class, let me know in the chat box if you are ready to speak, because I have had some instances where I've looked to bring students in and they're on a shift or they're not ready to go. So let me know if you're ready to go in the chat box, and I will bring you in. So who's going to start us off today? As I always do, try to bring in students who have not practiced with us previously, but I'm not sure. Are there any new students in our class today? Jenna, have you been in our class before? I'm not sure. That looks like it might be a new name. But as I say, let me know if you're ready to go in the chat box. So we've got Alice is ready to go. I'll bring you in at some point, Alice. Dan, you want to try? I'll bring you in at some point. But Jen, okay, so this is your first time. Let me bring you in so we can do some practice. Hi there, Jenna. Ooh.
Oh, hi.
Hi, welcome to the class.
Hi, sir.
How are you?
I'm good, sir. Actually, this is my first time to attend the class.
Yes, I saw your message in the chat. So a very warm welcome to you. It's always great to see
I'm
new
really
people
anxious
joining.
right now.
Don't be. Everyone has to have their first time, right? It has to happen
Yes.
someday. So, Jenna, I'm detecting a slight Filipino element to your accent. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, I'm a Filipina.
You're a Filipina. Are you based in the Philippines at the moment?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very nice. And are you which part of the Philippines are you in?
I live in Laguna area.
That sounds like it's somewhere near the coast. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. And I'm guessing the weather in the Philippines is very nice at the moment. Is that correct?
Actually, it's a bit rainy for now.
Oh. Okay. Is that normal? Is that typical for this time of the year?
Actually, yes. By the month of September, starting September, it's a bit rainy in my country.
Okay. Okay. Well, Jenna, so are you ready to do some part 2 practice?
Actually, not yet.
No?
Yes, I want to observe first and listen.
Okay. Okay, no worries. But you have to have your first time at some point. Remember that.
Okay, sir.
Okay, no worries,
Sorry.
Jenna. No, don't worry, don't worry. So, Alice, let me bring you in. How are you doing, Alice? Oh, are you there? On mute. Okay, I'll come back to you a little bit later. We're muted. Who else said they were ready to go? Dan, you said you're ready to go? Let's see if you are. Are you there, Dan?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Brilliant. Good to hear you. How you been doing?
Well, yeah, I'm doing great right now. I'm on duty, but I have time to practice.
Perfect. Okay. All right. Well, let's get cracking then, because I don't want you to go over time.
Yeah.
So we're going to start with the topic of vacations. Okay. So Dan, can you see the information on your screen?
Yes, sir.
Brilliant. Okay. So you've got a minute to prepare, and then you should speak on the topic of vacations for up to 2 minutes. Okay, Dan, are you ready to begin?
Yes, sir. I feel nervous right now, but yeah, I'm ready.
All right, let's see how we do. So please describe a place you visited on vacation.
Yes. It happened last 2019 when I went to United States of America, and I visited my friends there because they wanted me to be there, and we just had lots of activities to do. So I visited the United States, specifically the West Coast first. We went to a lot of places there, like the Los Angeles, San Francisco, and other states that is in the West Coast. And we do some excursion, like road trips. And of course, since I am in the United States, I take that opportunity to have shoppings at the outlet store so that I can save a lot of money. And aside from that, I went also to the amusement park wherein I was amazed and fascinated with a lot of, for example, the Disneyland and the Universal Studio. I was so happy when I saw that place because it was a dream about going to those places. And of course, we did visit also to other natures that are located in the United States. Like for example, in Portland, we went to the Mount Noma Falls. It was very amazing, and I see how beautiful it is. It is so elegant. And aside from that, also the reason why I went there is just to unwind myself because I'm really stressful with that. I was really stressful about the environment, with regards to the environment that I am working last 2019. I just wanted to relax myself and rejuvenate myself. So that's the reason why I went there. Then also I traveled the East Coast and visited other places like the New York and the New Jersey. Well, if given a chance to go again into the United States, well, definitely I would go to some parts of the United States that I haven't been there, I haven't been gone to those places, and of course,
Okay, thank
meeting
you.
with my friends there. Okay.
That's
Sorry.
great, Dan.
Yeah. Okay.
Good, good.
Thank you.
So yeah, we've gone from a stage, I remember, where we struggled with the time, and now we've gone no problems at all. We can keep talking for as long as we want. So good to see that you're much more confident now speaking at length.
Yes, because I'm always practicing every day. I mean, I have to do this 3 times or 4 times a day so that I can be more
Wow.
confident when it comes to speaking.
Brilliant, brilliant. Well, it's great to hear that you're doing that, and you've got the dedication to keep doing it.
Yes,
Dan, that's
thank you,
fantastic.
Alex.
So yeah,
Thank you.
you've improved greatly in terms of fluency, in terms of obviously being able to provide a range of ideas and to be able to link those ideas together as well. So that was great to hear. Certain expressions you use, aside from that, also are the linkers that you're using, and obviously it just provides a bit more structure to your speech. So that was great. And you used a variety of vocabulary as well, talking about obviously the different places that you visited. Lots of vocabulary related to relaxing, so unwind, rejuvenate was a nice term that you used as well. Good. So those are definitely the positives, and there are a number of positive things there. I do want to go back to the beginning of the class, so when I was looking at variety in tenses, and I was noting the tenses that you were using, and you were using past simple quite a lot, but you were also using present simple to describe the past as well. So just be a bit aware of that. So some examples were, I can save money. Obviously, you're referring to the past, so be careful there. You said, I see how beautiful it is.
Yes.
But yeah, I saw how beautiful it was.
Those are mistakes that I can really. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, just a few slips there. So think about usage of tenses and also variety, because I wasn't hearing the past continuous or past perfect, and there were opportunities just to extend that a little bit. So that's where we could extend it a bit in terms of grammatical variety.
Yes.
So that would be good. But in terms of grammar, it was good to hear you using the conditional form at the end. You said, if I were to go there again, or if I had the opportunity to go there again, I would definitely do so. So that was a nice use of the second conditional there. Bit of been and gone. You couldn't decide, could you? Been or gone at the end. I go to places.
I remember that.
so
I'll
been
be working hard on that.
Yeah.
I'll work hard on that. Yeah, I promise.
Yeah. It's often confusing, but been is what you wanted there. Places I haven't been to before.
Been to before. Okay, thank you for that.
Just quickly, the difference is if you talk about been, it's a place that you visit and return from. If you use gone, it's a place that you go to but you don't return. So
all right. Yeah.
In the context of vacations, it would be been that you would use in that case. But,
yes. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
No worries, Dan. Just one final thing. When you're talking about places, we don't use articles. So you talked about the New York, the New Jersey. You don't need to use articles. So just New York. Yeah, would be the one to go with there. But you do say the United States.
The United States, right?
Yeah, that you do say the United States.
We don't use the article.
Exactly.
Okay,
That's what it is.
I'll take note of that. Thank you for that advice or comment or tips.
No worries, Dan. You've done really well, and keep practicing.
Thank you, Sir Alex.
Take care.
All right.
Okay, so great start there. Let's continue. So we're going to move on to another part 2 topic. Jessie has told me she is ready, so let me bring Jessie in. Hi there, Jessie.
Hi, Alex.
Hi. How are you today?
Doing good.
Good.
Before I start, I just wanted to tell that I am very weak in my grammar. I was the one who wrote future, and I was just thinking how bad. I'm so weak in my grammar, and now I'm, I'm fumbling with my words. I don't know whether I'll be able to say all my sentences without any grammatical mistakes.
Just take a deep breath, Jessie. I could see the confusion because of going to. That's what it was. So it's easily confused. Yeah, don't worry
but
about
how
it.
to improve our grammar? I just wanted to ask you in a simple way, like, we Indians, I don't know, we use lots of ing, and it's so difficult for us to make error-free sentences. It is so
Yeah.
difficult, I cannot make any sentence. You say that, yes, you are perfect without a grammar mistake. Yeah.
Yeah, it can be a bit difficult because I know I've had experience working with students from India, and I know that the grammar is a little bit different. I think probably the first thing is just to take it one step at a time. But you want to think about the language you're using from a rule perspective. So the thing is, there's two elements. There's fluency, where you just kind of say what you're comfortable with, and then there's actually trying to internalize the rules. And I think the balance is what is key here. So if you're just speaking fluently and you're saying what you're comfortable with, you're going to be making mistakes a lot because you're not thinking about the language that you're using. And that can be the difficult habit to get into, to really reflect on your language and say, okay, is this correct? Is this the form that I should be using? Or actually, am I just using a form that feels comfortable because I've used it so many times, but actually it's not the correct form. So it's about developing that reflective capacity. That takes a little bit of time, but
Takes time.
but we'll see how we do, Jesse, because if you're making just one or two mistakes, that's not the biggest problem. But if you're making a lot of mistakes, then obviously we do need to take time to do that reflection. So let's see how we do. I'm going to bring up a new topic, and we're going to look at the topic of a family member. So can you see this on your screen here, Jesse?
Just a minute. My computer is a little slow. Family member. Okay.
Brilliant. Okay, Jesse. So you've got a minute then to prepare, and then we can have a go. Okay, Jesse, are you ready to begin?
Yes.
Brilliant. So please describe a time when you felt proud of a family member.
Yeah. So today I'm going to talk about a time when I was so proud about I was so proud about my family member, and she's my sister. Talking about the past, I can say that my sister has done really good work, and I was really so proud of her. But this it so happened that she did this work, and she told me about this story, that it goes this way. I remember that when she was going to her college, and she witnessed one accident, and it was her friend who was driving the car, and she saw right in front of her that this girl, friend of hers, she fell, and she had to take this uh, person immediately to the hospital. And what she did was, she immediately took her friend to the hospital, admitted her, and then the doctor said that she lost lots of blood. So you will have to donate some blood. Means you will have to donate blood. So immediately she donated blood, and then she took care of her friend. And I did not know anything about this story, because she did not tell me about it. And then one of her friends called me up, and she told me that, do you know that your sister did such a great work in helping one of her friends? So then later on, I came to know that my sister, she's so great that I can say that she does such good work. It is amazing to see that, she has a helping nature. She's very kind hearted, and anyone, she sees falling down, or if they want any financial help, she's ever
Okay.
ready to do that. And I
Thank
tell
you.
you, yeah,
Thank you, Jessie.
I
That's
don't know how
great.
many grammar mistake I made because I was concentrating on my tenses and grammar. Alex, I tell you, I must have fumbled up, or I must have messed up everything because
Did
I was concentrating.
you're concentrating on it? Well, that should mean that you didn't make the mistakes if you were concentrating on it. No? Isn't that the logic of it? Because I was noting down, obviously, the comments, certain elements of your speaking, and I've got to say that grammatically it was very accurate. I couldn't find mistakes in what you were saying. Certainly not in terms of tenses and grammar. Definitely, there was a high level of accuracy
Oh, thank
in the language you were using. So yeah, don't worry too much about it, Jessie. In terms of sort of being accurate, it's clear that you have the ability to produce accurate speech and accurate grammar and accurate verb forms within the IELTS context. So that's really good to hear. Yeah, similarly to Dan, you were using past simple quite a lot in your speech, which is normal, but there were opportunities to maybe extend
Yes,
slightly.
yes.
And I think one
Yes.
example that I noted down is you said, I didn't know, this is a story about your sister. I didn't know because
That
she
is
didn't
all.
tell me about it. But what you could have said there is, I didn't know because she hadn't told me. Because to tell would happen before knowing. So telling would be an action in the past before another action in the past, which is to know. So there'll be an opportunity there to use the past perfect, which I just noted down. But you were accurate. So definitely in terms of accuracy,
Oh,
really strong. Yeah, really good there, Jessie. If you wanted to improve even more, it would just be about variety. Variety in tenses.
Many thanks to you, Alex. It's all because of you. I have improved my English, and I tell you that till I, finalize my exam date, I'm really going to attend every Friday, and I'm sure I will make it.
Brilliant. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it was really good, Jessie. And do you have an idea for when you want to do the test?
Yes, next month, and I will tell you which date. I don't want to disclose in front of everybody. I've already
No,
booked
I
my date.
understand.
Yeah,
Wow.
so I'm praying, that I should crack this exam in one go.
Yes, that's the ideal. Yeah, you want to get it done, get it finished, first time. So
First time. Yes.
best of luck for that, Jessie. And what is it that you are looking for for your result? Is it the 6.5?
Yes, Alex, it is for all nurses. Overall, it is 6.5, and speaking should be 7.
Speaking is 7. 6.5 is the overall
Overall,
score.
so not individual
Brilliant.
score. They don't see like even if you get 5 in writing, but if you make up with other skills like listening, if you get 8, and writing, if you get 6, it's okay. But they just need overall 6.5, and
Then
speaking 7. So
then that'll get you
I'm
over the
praying
line.
that at least speaking I should get trained by you, but writing I'm trying. I hope I get good marks this time. I mean, this is my first time I will be attending, but I pray I should pass for the first time. Yeah.
Absolutely. That's what we all want. So yeah, really, like I said, really good stuff there, Jessie. Obviously, in terms of fluency, no issues. You were able to keep speaking for the 2 minutes, and the story you told was coherent and well developed. There were some nice expressions you were using as well in order to provide structure. It so happened was a nice expression that I heard you use. Helping nature, kind-hearted, some nice adjective expressions, adjective phrases you were using as well. So, yeah, best of luck, Jessie, and I look forward to seeing you as you prepare and move forward towards the exam.
Yes. I will come every Friday, and I will polish my English again.
Brilliant. Okay, I'll
Yeah.
see you again then, Jessie.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Take care. Thank you. Okay, so let's continue. We're going to have a look at part 3 now of the exam, some questions from part 3. And just before we do, just a quick reminder for those that are watching on YouTube and Facebook, if you want to receive further guidance and support in terms of your IELTS goals, you're a nurse who is looking to live and work in the United States, just like Jesse and Dan and the others who are part of the class today, then join us on the IELTS Scholarship Program, and you can get extra support and guidance in terms of achieving those goals. You may be able to do all of this for free. So just click on the link, which you can see scrolling at the bottom of my screen at the moment, in order to find out more information about this, and just click on the option Staff Nurse once you've clicked on that link. Okay, so for part 3, the topics are linked to the questions in part 2, but the format is question and answer. So I'm going to bring in a student so we can have a look at these questions on the topic of vacations. So let me bring a student in now. Who have we got in the class today? Let me bring Edith into the class. Hi, Edith.
Hi.
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm very well, and you? Thank you for bringing me in. I have my exams in 3 days' time.
Wow, best of luck.
Thank you.
Are you feeling confident?
Well, I said after this lectures, I'm going to chat you up and maybe you'll give me some words of advice to help me.
Yeah, that's the goal. Okay, well, let's get going then. Edith, have you joined us in the class before?
Yes, I've done speaking in the class before.
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, a few weeks back. Yeah. You're based. Remind me where you're based. It's somewhere in the Caribbean, isn't it?
No, Nigeria.
Oh, Nigeria. Okay, wonderful. So Edith, we're going to talk about the topic of vacations. So I want you to tell me, why do you think people often enjoy taking vacations?
Basically, people go on vacations for several reasons. One of them may be because they are fed up at work and they're stressed up. They want to go and unwind themselves and have some good time outside the environment where they reside. Again, is that one may decide to go on vacation maybe because of her annual leave. So she just wants to leave and go and rest. Some other reasons may be maybe for studies, may want to go for vacation for maybe a short course study, and then they will just want to leave and acquire some knowledge.
Why do some people find vacations stressful?
Well, I can say that vacation is not supposed to be stressful if well planned, but sometimes people may run into a problem of being stressed up during the process of vacation for some reasons. For instance, maybe the issue of getting visa on time. That is enough stress for some people. Again, if somebody doesn't have a tourist guide, one may get it confused, especially when getting to a country that one is not so familiar with. So at that point in time, the person may get stressed up. Another may be that sometimes if you get to an environment where people are not so friendly and ready to help a stranger. Hello?
How often do you think people... Hi there. We lost you for 1 second, but you're back now. Edith, how often do you think people should take vacations?
In my own opinion, I strongly believe that at least one should go on vacation for once every year, if not possible for two times a year. That's every bi-yearly. One can be able to go out for vacation to rest, because people really need vacation in order to stay healthy and also have some time, quiet time outside your home or your work environment.
Great. Okay, Edith, we'll just stop there for now. But yeah, some really nice language that you were using there in your responses. You gave clear responses. You were using some nice words to link ideas as well and give examples, like for instance, some nice collocations, acquire knowledge was used. That was nice. And also fed up as well. So you're using some more colloquial expressions, which is very appropriate for speaking. Just a few things to reflect on going into the exam. So unwind is, you don't use it reflexively. So we just say they go there to unwind, not unwind themselves. So just be aware of that. If you use that expression, they go to unwind. You don't need to use themselves afterwards in that expression. Also, yeah, we're looking at the expression, you said for twice a year. Sorry, for 2 times a year, I think is what you said. Usually we just say, yeah, twice. So twice a year is what we would say, or biannually is also an expression that you can use as well. So there's just a little bit of confusion on that expression. But aside from that, vocabulary was used well. You were speaking in a fluent manner. Yeah, there weren't any extended pauses. So you were strong in that regard. And in terms of pronunciation, it was easy to follow what you were saying as well. So a lot of strengths there, but yeah, just reflect a little bit on some of those expressions. And yeah, best of luck going into the exam.
Thank you. Thank you.
No worries, Edith. Take care.
All right, thank you, Dan.
Okay, so Dan is asking the question, you know, is it okay to use you know? Yeah, you can use you know, that's fine. Don't overuse it. That's all I would say. Any expression that you use, try not to overuse it, because if you overuse it, then it breaks down your fluency. So using the expression is fine, just as long as you don't use it too often. Okay, so let's see who else is in the class today. Let me see if I can bring Mac in. Are you there, Mac?
Hello there.
Hi, how are you doing today?
I can say I'm ready to sleep.
You're ready to go?
Yeah.
Yeah? Brilliant, brilliant. Okay, we're going to stay with the same topic, Mac, because there's a few more questions I can ask on this topic. So let me ask you, why do you think people tend to prefer going on vacation to hot countries rather than colder countries?
I think there's a lot of activities that they can do in countries that had a summer-like weather, especially in beaches and water activities like scuba diving and island hopping, rather than countries in with colder weather, because it's hard to move with your gear during cold or in winter.
And how do you think the experience for people going on vacation when they're younger is different for people when they get older?
I think it is much hard for the older people to keep up with the activities, especially when it is physically enduring, like hiking and trekking, unlike the younger people. uh, they had the stamina and they are capable of doing such extraneous activities like the scuba diving and trekking and other stuff.
Do you think it's better for people to go on vacation abroad or to stay in their own country?
I think it's up to them what they prefer to like. Like me, I want to. I've been here in the Philippines, so I want to go to other places, to abroad, to explore their cultures and their food and how they food and their their sceneries and beautiful places.
Okay, thank you very much there, Mac. So some nice responses there. Some nice examples of activities as well that you were giving to use relevant vocabulary connected to the topic. So that was good. Your responses were logical and they were clear as well. Just a few.
But
Go on.
Yeah, but I hope I could extend more.
Yeah. So that's the thing. Just I think it was the pausing. There was quite a lot of pausing at times still. So it's just with the fluency, just being able to speak at a
Yeah,
slightly
I
faster pace. Yeah.
yeah, I need to work
'Cause
on that. Yeah, thank you,
there
Alex.
is some extension. There is some extension, but yeah, there's definitely room to go a little bit further with it. So yeah, I would say as you're practicing, think about the amount that you're pausing. Think about reducing your pausing, and also think about looking at both
Yeah,
sides. So
I was really thinking what to say next.
yeah. So that final question, for example, about staying in your own country or going abroad, you could extend that by looking at the benefits. So the benefits of going abroad is that you can learn about a new culture and you can experience a different climate and you can practice a new language. But if you stay at home, it's better for the environment. Maybe it's cheaper. Maybe it's not so stressful to travel. So yeah, just there's a few opportunities there to sort of expand a little bit. But yeah, something to work on going forward.
Yeah, thank you, Alex. Need to
Thanks so
focus
much.
and work more.
Yeah, good.
Thank
Good.
you.
I'm sure you'll get there, Mac. Thanks a lot. Take care. Okay, I'm going to try and bring a final participant in before we finish today. Flora, are you there? No, Flora's not there. Okay, let me bring Mariala. Is this MJ? Are you Mariala? Or is that different? Are you there, MJ? No, I can hear something.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi,
How are,
sir. I'm still
how are
on
you
my
doing?
way home.
Okay, so you're not able
I'm on
to
the bus.
participate.
Yeah. I
Okay,
really
that's fine.
wanted to.
Don't worry, don't worry. It may not be the most appropriate if you're on the bus.
Yeah.
That's fine. Next time.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. Okay, who's going to join us for the? Are you back yet, Joan? Are you there? Hello, Joan. Let me know in the chat if you want to participate. We'll do a final few questions. Okay, looks like Joan isn't joining us. Adrian, are you there?
Hi, hello Alex. How are you?
Hey, I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Nice to talk with you again.
Yes, nice to talk with you as well. So, Adrian, we've just got a few minutes, and so I want to bring on a different topic, and this is family.
That's okay.
So, some questions I've got for you on family, then, Adrian. How important is it that our family feels proud of our achievements?
I think it gives you a motivation to work more for yourself and to improve yourself more. And there's a lot of I think it will give you also uh, uh, first of all, your family is the one who will carry you all throughout your life. So it's better for them to appreciate all the things that you've done in, during your journey in your life.
Why do some family members spend less time together as they get older?
In my experience, because I'm working here in Saudi Arabia, maybe because there's a lot of opportunity for different from all members of the family. If they're getting older, they need to get out or they need to step out of their house and of their home and go to other place to improve their self and to maybe to have their own family also. And but at the end, you never forget your family.
Some people describe friends as the family you choose. Why do you think they say this?
You know, because we are more often open with our friends than to our family. Maybe some of most of our thoughts and ideas of what is happening to our lives, they are the one we consulted about some advices. They are the one who is the one what the one that we that's it. I don't know how to construct. Sorry.
That's fine. Do you agree then that friends are the family you choose?
What?
Do you agree with that statement that friends are the family we choose?
In some point, but at at the end, you will choose your family, your blood family like that. At the end of everything, because because you are from the part of that, so that it's better for it's at some point only.
Okay. Okay, thank you very much for that, Adrian.
Thank you. Sorry, I prepared yet.
No, that's
I
fine.
tried.
Yeah, so you exactly. You were really looking to try and express yourself and to make your ideas clear. And some parts your ideas were clearer than the others. So at the beginning, you gave a
Yeah.
clear response. It's important for family to feel proud of us. You said it gives you motivation to improve yourself. When you were giving an answer to the second question, you said, in my experience, so this relates to MJ's question. She said, can you talk about your experience instead of your opinion? Well, the two should be linked together. So your opinion is going to be based on your experience. And so, using that expression shows that obviously you're going to give your opinion. And so it's a good expression to use in that respect. You said that as people get older, they need to step outside of the house. So maybe we could change that expression slightly. So they need to move on.
To move.
Yeah, they need to sort
move
of
out.
to move out, exactly,
Yeah.
to move out and take on their own responsibilities.
Their responsibility.
So it was clear the idea that you were expressing, but it was just finding the vocabulary, wasn't it, to make the
Yes.
idea a bit clearer. And I think that was also true when it came to talking about family. So you were saying with family, you said they are the one, I think you said, yeah, we're from a part of that. So again, the idea was clear, but it's just expressing that a little bit more coherently.
Career.
Yeah, so family are always the most important. We can use comparatives here, that they're always the most important. They're the ones we grew up with. They're the ones that know us the most, and they're the ones we have the closest attachments to. So yeah, just something like that. So you're using lots of comparatives there, the most, the closest, you're using those superlative forms, and that would help to express your ideas. But yeah, like I said, so we can follow what your ideas are, but maybe just a bit more extension in terms of vocabulary and grammar was necessary just to make those ideas even clearer than they were.
Yes.
But yeah, something to focus on, Adrian. No worries.
Thank you, Alex.
Best of luck going forwards, and we'll do more practice in the future, I hope.
Okay, thank you so much.
Take care. Okay. So Dan said he'd ask for the examiner to rephrase it if he got asked the question, friends of the family you choose. So literally, I guess, that basically your friends are like your family. That's basically the statement. Your friends are like your family. You get to choose them. You can't choose your family. But it's something for you to reflect on. You'll get questions like that in part 3. You have to reflect a little bit before you give your answer. Okay, thank you very much for those who have participated in today's class, both those who were speaking and those who were watching us live on Facebook and YouTube. If you want to get involved more directly in what we're doing here, then do join us on the scholarship program. You can click on the link, which is scrolling on the bottom of my screen as I talk, and click on the option Staff Nurse. You could get all the support that you need in order to live and work in the United States as a nurse, and you could potentially get that support for free. So thank you very much once again for joining me, and I will see you next week. Until then, best of luck in your IELTS journeys, and I hope to hear some more IELTS success stories between now and next Friday. Until then, take care.